spend the weekend together. I want to go on some walks, I want to do some baking, I want to do some reading. This is exactly the kind of book that I want to be curling up with. So many of us put so much energy into what we think our life is going to look like, and when it doesn't turn out that way, we can feel really embarrassed and we can feel like it was a waste of time. Hello friends, welcome here or welcome back to another video. I've just made myself my second cup of coffee. So good. And as you can tell from me in my dressing gown in bed, I'm having a very lazy morning so far and I'm loving every second of it. And I feel like this is the perfect introduction to the vibes of this particular vlog. I've got the weekend off and I have no real plans. I just want to get up to some cozy mischief, I guess. The sun is out today. I think it's going to be out for the next couple of days, which is amazing. So I want to go on some walks, I want to do some baking, I want to do some reading. I'm going to share the book that I'm reading and loving at the moment with you in just a second. But yeah, so far today I've had a super lazy morning, just chilling in bed. I watched a bit of YouTube in my new dressing gown. I got this dressing gown, oh, there's my cuddly pig. I got this dressing gown secondhand from Vinted and I'm obsessed with it. It's so warm and cozy, and you can't really tell actually in this clip, but it's got little woodland creatures and little florals all over it. And I think it's truly delightful. So it's been a wonderful start to my day. And yeah, I'm just hoping that the weekend ahead is also just chill and cozy. So I've been in the flat on my own for a couple of days now. I had my mum visit with me and George has been away for the week, so he's coming back tonight. I'm so excited to see him and catch up. But yeah, we don't really have any plans. He's working for the rest of the weekend, so it's just going to be you and me. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to some nice, quiet, cozy time together. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and make yourself a nice cozy drink, some tea or coffee or even hot chocolate, and let's spend the weekend together. For right now though, I need to unfortunately get out of this incredible dressing gown and get dressed so we can start our day properly. I'm all ready for the day. I'm wearing one of my favourite outfits for when it starts getting a bit warmer, which is just this cute little blouse and some dungarees and a cute little pair of shoes and socks. And the weather is still trying to decide if it's going to be very rainy or very sunny. It seems to be fluctuating between the two right now. So whilst it makes up its mind, I'm going to chat to you very quickly about the book that I've been reading and loving, and I'm hoping to read a really, really good chunk of this weekend. So I mentioned this book a couple of videos back in my spring TBR, and it is The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Long. I have been so looking forward to picking this up, and it's proving so far, I'm only about 50 pages in, to be the cozy fantasy dream I was expecting it to be. It's very much about found family. It's following our main character, Teo, who is an immigrant fortune teller, and she is just one of the most endearing characters that I've read so far this year. I really love her. I love how charming she is and how much love that she has. You can tell that she's such like a warm-hearted person, and that is conveyed through the rest of the storytelling as well. And so far in the story, she's just come across two traveling men who are on the search for one of their daughters. One of them is a reformed thief and the other one is an ex-mercenary, and they've also just found another member to add to their traveling crew. And I'm guessing at this point that they're going to try and work together to locate this missing child. Teo so far is this teller of small fortunes, as the title might suggest, and by that I mean that she can see into the future, she can tell people's fortunes, but she chooses to go for the small, insignificant fortunes which offer a small price. She keeps a low profile on the road as to not kind of garner too much attention. As I said, she is an immigrant, she's actually a refugee, and I'm guessing that as the story continues we're going to find out a little bit more about her backstory, about her past, which seems kind of quite troubled, but she seems like such a endearing and lovable character, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm about 60 pages in, and this is exactly the kind of book that I want to be curling up with when it's kind of over a nice chill weekend. So I'm really excited to read a good portion of this weekend. In terms of right now, I'm realizing that I haven't had any breakfast yet and I'm starting to get rather peckish, so I think I'm going to bake some banana bread. I'm going to use a recipe that I used a few videos back which turned out really well, and I also know that George loves banana bread and he's coming back this evening, so it'll be really nice to be able to share a slice with him later. So without further ado, let's go to the kitchen and get baking. It appears that we have no eggs, which is a little bit of a problem for this recipe, so we're going to take a quick pause, nip to the shops, and we shall recommence baking imminently. Eggs have been acquired, and also a beautiful bunch of flowers that were very heavily reduced.
A Sunday in June, a midsummer afternoon, the hottest thing that I'd ever felt. Well, baby, gonna make my butter melt. Red hot fire, burning bright, burning up everything inside. Oh, button my shirt, loosen my belt, 'cause baby gonna make my butter melt. When I'm in her arms, there's no saving me. I'm burning up to the third degree. Oh, the rooms
The moment of truth has arrived. They smell delectable, but let's see. Ooh! Oh wow! Yay! They look amazing. I put chocolate chips in half of them, so oh, I'm so pleased with how those have turned out. I'll make a cup of tea in a little bit and we'll try one. I will admit that I did have to take a little breakfast break because I was so hungry, and then we didn't have all the ingredients to make it, and then I realized it was actually going to take a little bit too long. So I have had some breakfast. Do not fear, I have been nourished on this morning, and I can wait for these to cool down and then enjoy one with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea in a little bit. just using up actually the very last dregs of gingerbread syrup. So I'm gonna go and enjoy this. Hi friends, it's actually quite a few hours later in the day. I took a little nap and I've been editing this video so far as well. So I haven't actually had much time, or I haven't made much time, I should say, to read The Teller of Small Fortunes. So I'm going to sit down now for a bit and try and get a good amount of pages in of The Teller of Small Fortunes. I've got about an hour until I need to start making dinner, but in the meantime, I'm going to try and crack on and read quite a few pages of my book. And I also very quickly want to show you something which I think is absolutely adorable. So I have a super talented colleague that I work with in my day-to-day job, and she's a super talented ceramicist, and her name is Laura, and she gave me the cutest little ceramic piece the other day, and I just wanted to share it with you. I don't know if this is particularly good lighting to see it. Maybe I'll just put a bit of B-roll in for you instead, but it's these cute little houses that she made. So I don't know if she's planning on selling these online, but I'll put her Instagram handle here if you want to go and check her out. I just think it's so cute and I love it, and it lives on my bookshelf now and it makes me so happy. But anyway, I'm gonna go and read for a little bit. Good morning, friends. I've just made myself a cup of coffee. We recently acquired one of those V60 coffee makers for filter coffee. My mum found one in a charity shop and very kindly gave it to me. So I'm having my first cup of filter coffee for a long time, and it is going down a treat, I have to say. So I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my fresh coffee. I've also got myself one of my banana muffins from yesterday, and I'm gonna sit and read a little bit more of The Teller of Small Fortunes. I'm absolutely loving this and I'm flying through it. It is just so heartwarming. We're learning so much more about Teo as a character and her backstory, and it's so beautiful to see her kind of open up and trust these, people that were strangers and that are now kind of friends, and to understand kind of what friendship means to her, and to find out a little bit more as well about the other characters and their backstory and their kind of hopes and dreams, and where they expected to go in life and where they found themselves in life. And yeah, it's just a lovely cozy time. Even when they're kind of addressing more difficult subject matters, they're not kind of going really far into trauma or anything. So this is definitely a nice light read still, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So I've read just over 170 pages, so I'm making good progress, and I'm gonna sit and enjoy my coffee and my muffin and just read a few more pages as well. And then today I really want to make it a priority to get a good walk in, because I didn't end up leaving the flat yesterday, and that always makes me feel a bit weird, mentally. So that is top priority for me today. But for right now, I'm gonna sit and enjoy my breakfast and read a little bit of my book. Let's go. friends. It's quite a bit later now. I went for a lovely little walk, even though it is actually pretty overcast today. The blue sky was trying to poke its way out, but I didn't quite make it. But it was still a really nice walk, and I feel so much better for having gone outside. And then I came back and I've had a bit of lunch, and I was feeling in the mood to do some painting. And I haven't finished my little spread, but this is what I'm working on right now. It's just kind of little observations from my walk to the park today. And I haven't shared much of my art, to be honest, in the last year or so. For those of you who don't know, before I started my YouTube channel, I studied illustration and also animation at university, and that was the path that I wanted to go down. That was the dream that I had for a long time, was to become a full-time illustrator. And I graduated during the pandemic, and a lot of the opportunities that tend to be open to graduates were just not there for me. And I mean, it's such a competitive industry anyway, but I was finding it so difficult and so disheartening day after day, week after week, to be applying for these freelance jobs and to just not hear anything back. And I found it so depleting on my mental health and on my kind of overall energy that is the moment when I decided to pivot and start a YouTube channel. And I have, for the past 2 years, been putting a lot of my creative energy into YouTube, and I really had to take a step back from illustration and painting and drawing because I just couldn't find the joy in it anymore. I feel like studying it and feeling so rejected from it. I know that might be a strange thing to say, but I put so much of my heart and my soul into illustration, and I didn't really get anything back in return. And you know, that's completely fine. Like the world doesn't owe you anything when it comes to stuff like that. But it was really disheartening. And it's only recently that I felt the inkling to want to start making things again, to start painting and drawing, and to kind of jump on that spark when it comes into my brain to want to do those things is something that I'm trying to prioritize. I think one of the things that is really difficult is having studied something for a long time and looking back on previous work. Obviously, because I'm so out of practice, my art is not at the standard that I want it to be, or that I think people would expect it to be if I tell them that I studied illustration. But I'm trying not to let that stop me. I'm trying to just find the joy in making again. And yeah, I don't know. I felt like I just wanted to share that because I feel like so many of us put so much energy into what we think our life is going to look like, and when it doesn't turn out that way, we can feel really embarrassed, and we can feel like it was a waste of time, and that other people's perceptions of us don't align with how we feel about ourselves. I don't know, it's just something I've been thinking about as I've been painting away today, and that's also one of the reasons why I haven't done an art video in quite a long time, and that I've been hesitant to share my art with you guys because it isn't at the standard that I would hope it would be. It isn't at the standard of a practicing artist, because I haven't been a fully practicing artist for 2 years now, which is kind of sad. But I'm also feeling heartened that I feel like I'm starting to get this sense of myself back, this little part of myself that I put so much pressure on and I put so much of my value on. But yeah, I feel like I'm slowly starting to enjoy that medium. I'm slowly starting to just enjoy the process again. Anyway, I'm gonna go make myself a cup of tea. I'm probably gonna edit this video so far and take a little breather from filming for the day. I'm not sure if I'll see you later today, so if not, I will see you on not tomorrow but the day after, and I'll take you out and about with me. And then tonight I think I'm just gonna make some dinner and hang out with George. We've been playing a video game, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but you play these two little characters made of yarn, like and like knotted together. They're made of wool. It's so cute. It's one of my like newfound joys this year is co-op games. I've never been a video game person really. I only played Animal Crossing. That's the only game that I have to my name. But we played It Takes Two, which was incredible. I loved that game. And we're now playing, is it called Unraveled? I can't remember. But it's really good. We're having a really good time. So I think we're going to do that tonight. And I will see you a day from now when we're going to go out and about and spend the day together. Had a really lovely day so far. We went to a really cute little cafe this morning. It was a little bit out the way, but I think it was worth the trip. It was really nice baked goods, good coffee, and a really lovely atmosphere. And we had a lovely little time, went for a little walk. It was just such a nice way to start the day. And then came back and I've just been continuing to read my book. I think I have about 10 pages left, which I am gonna really savor and look forward to reading after I finished tying up the video here. The book has such a lovely, heartwarming ending. I don't want to say that it was predictable, but it was kind of predictable in a nice way. This has been such a lovely, gentle adventure story. Definitely the definition of a cozy fantasy. I would definitely recommend this if you want a warm fantasy read. It's very, very, very cozy and heartwarming, and yeah, it's been really, really fun. And it's kind of bittersweet to only have 10 pages left to read, but I'm going to finish this afternoon and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy every single second of it. So I guess we've made it to the end of the video today. Thank you so much for being here, friends. I truly, truly appreciate any time that you spend watching my videos. I do have a small request. In fact, I have two small requests. So firstly, I would love to know if there's any particular type of content that you would really like to see as we come into the spring and the summer months. I don't know, I've just been feeling in a little bit of a funk. I do have some ideas. I do have some videos planned for the next couple of months, but overall, I'm just really curious to see what kinds of videos of mine you enjoy. I've been enjoying getting a little bit back into reading vlogs, but I want to know if that's something that you guys like as well. So I would be really appreciative if you guys would leave me some feedback. I'm always really curious to see what you enjoy and resonate with, I guess. So that is the first favour I would like to ask. And then my second favour is that I am so very nearly at 5,000 subscribers, which is insane. But if you have not subscribed already and you've liked my videos, if this is the first video you've watched or if you've watched a couple of them by now, if you haven't already subscribed, I would be so happy to have you be part of this community. I mentioned a little bit earlier in this video that I chose to kind of pivot away from illustration and focus a lot of my creative energy on YouTube, and I found it so rewarding. And it just means the world when you guys like it and share it and appreciate what I'm trying to do, I guess. But I would really love to hit the 5,000 subscribers. I know that doesn't sound like a lot to some people, but to me it would mean the absolute world. So yeah, if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribed. It always makes me a little bit nervous to ask for things like that, and I don't do it very often, but yeah, it would genuinely mean the world to me. And I also think that this video is going to be going up on the 30th of March, which in the UK is Mother's Day. So if you are a mum that is watching, then happy Mother's Day to you. I think mums are absolute superheroes, and a very special happy Mother's Day to my own mum. I love you lots, and I will see you very soon. Anyway, I really hope that you have enjoyed today's video and that you've enjoyed spending a very relaxed spring weekend with me. I've loved having you along for the ride, shall we say? All that's left to say, of course, is take care, and I will see you very soon in another video. Goodbye.